Starting with Dan Freeberg pickup. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Thanks for coming.
Turn your phone off now. You're the only ones on this one.
So, you made it.
Tell me, is everything going to be okay here?
I think it is. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to talk all about it. We'll get through this thing.
Okay.
I think we're going to have to take some
The thing
steps
yesterday
here. But
was really scary to me again. When they called me, I saved, luckily, the person knew me enough to call me and tell me somebody sent a screenshot. Something security. You heard the conversation.
yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Oh, okay, so you know.
Is Sandy around?
Sandy's at the office. I'll let him there.
Yeah, let's go through that when we get there.
Okay.
But, no, I talked to Yuri, and I'll tell you what we found out.
Let me see. Okay, let me get straight.
It's not,
Okay.
you don't know who it is yet. It's,
Somebody up there?
we think it's somebody up there.
Okay.
Yuri said that he would, try to determine, unfortunately, if someone plugs right into the database, apparently it does a read only.
Yeah.
They don't save that access. But if they do it as if they save the thing, that is saved. There is a record there.
Yeah.
So, depending how they did it, hopefully they can find people.
They did a screenshot of the tournament.
And now he was thinking, Yuri thought it was perhaps a recreated screenshot. Do you think it was an actual screenshot of the UV interface?
I was told it was a screenshot, but I don't know if it was recreated. I
was thinking it was that.
I don't know. I can't answer that. I know the one person that called me is a UB Pro online. and he wants to keep his job. He wants this thing quiet for all purposes, and he told this person, leave this alone, I'll handle this. And they said, but why this person up there sent it to him?
Who is this guy, the online pro? Which one?
Person?
Which one of the online pros?
It was the heavyset guy, Sean Rice.
Sean Rice.
Sean Rice called. That's who you heard talking on the phone yesterday.
I wonder if there's...
And a guy called Whiskey or Whizzy or somebody is the person that this person sent it to. He's the one that called Sean. He's the one that called Sean and said, Sean, I just want to let you know I got some information sent me here. And it's like he said, go into security and have them pull it up and show you. He bubbled a tournament or something in Aruba that this person won an Aruba tournament, a $10,000 package. So that's somebody sent this person Whiskey or Whiskey or something like that. I don't know who that person is. They won't tell us that. They won't tell us that. But he did tell me he called it when it's either Whiskey or Whiskey.
Paid?
No, he won't tell us.
Maybe it's a problem.
Yeah. But these guys have just drugged me through. I think it's only me. Yeah, it's not anybody else. It's, even though the other people's names have been mentioned and everything, it's all me. So
we have to change that.
Yeah. So I don't know what your and Greg's thoughts or what you thought before you came or what or what. I think there's only one solution myself. I don't understand how it could be anything else. But yeah, I'm loving the hope you've got something else because.
Well, I think the first thing is that you don't directly do anything. You don't want to make it directly. To get people indirectly to post things, creating the doubt that it's you and that other people are involved.
Oh, they're just going to blitz that. That's the problem. These internet guys are going to blitz it.
Not if it came out that, Travis was renting this house. If it came out that, he had access to all these emails.
That's true.
You can create the sense of doubt. And say,
but then that's really what you're doing is what we said, putting the blame on him.
Right.
That's
not directly.
Not directly.
Yeah, like do it through other people.
I see. Okay.
It's too high risk to do it directly. But if we have other people posting, they believe that it was him and that he had the ability to do it. And some people saying, I know Russ Hamilton and might be a good gambler. No computer geek. He did not do this. There's no way. You know his capabilities. And,
okay.
The smart guy. I think we can.
So we're really going to do it in a roundabout way of putting the blame on him.
Yeah. What we need to do is get a lot of pictures and names up that it's him. A lot of noise that it's him. And I think it helps the situation. It's never going to be perfect.
What do I tell Travis to leave town or something? What do I tell him?
Yeah. No, I would have to try to take a vacation. Yeah, something I haven't talked about. Fortunately, we've got to get him out of the office.
Out of this office? Oh, we fired him before he's gone. I've already called.
Like a letter that, you're firing because of all this stuff.
Well, this you can talk to Sandy about, but we've already got rid of him, already got him out of the office. I've already called. He handled all my personal. He paid my bills at home. I took him off my Visa now. I called and took him off my Visa. So I've started already taking him off things that I can prove.
So that's a good...
Yes, he paid all my bills. He paid all my bills.
Say, well, how could this happen? This was a trusted person.
He paid all my bills. He made my flight arrangements. He made my hotel arrangements. He took care of everything. And
now that, as we'll talk about, your lawyer won't necessarily want you to do this indirectly. So, as far as everybody knows you're not doing it, it will be a third party to post this stuff. What we don't want is to...
Do you have third parties who are going to post this? Or, I don't...
We're going to have to find either we start people with new names or maybe get some existing people. Ideally, you get somebody who's already posted in the past, but we can't. We could even maybe have this guy who being paid down there.
The guy that's posting down there, Matt?
No, they got it paid. He was posted a bunch of things.
Oh, Dodo.
he would post that.
This guy didn't get me for no easy money. I didn't have enough money to get him. I'll send Travis back tonight with more money. I didn't have,
Sure.
and I've paid him over 2 years. I said, I just don't have, this guy wasn't going for it. I said, don't you understand? I don't have this money. He goes, you're the wrong person I'm talking to. I need to call somebody else. He said, no matter who, I'm not changing. So,
This guy, what we do is we just keep him on the hook for 6 months.
I've got him on the hook for 2 years. I can't do nothing else, Dan.
Wow.
I can't pay him the money he's wanting. I can't pay for 6 months. I can't do it. Now, 6
What we
months.
can do is we pay him over this next few months, and then we can stop.
Oh, I can't stop. There's stuff he's got that's.
But
it's got.
listen,
But it doesn't matter. The stuff, if he was to post and it was paid back, is not good. Here's what I worry about. Let me tell you what I worry about. It's not the paid back stuff, and we'll talk. Me and Sandy talk about this point. It's not the paid back stuff. It's all paid back, and that's done. Some of these screenshots he's given me, he doesn't know what he's got with a lot of this stuff, but he's got it, and he would post it if you quit paying him. And I've made a 2-year deal with him. I've got to give him $50,000 now. I didn't have 50. I took 11 with me, and I borrowed 9 in Costa Rica, believe it or not, from some people. That's all I dug up everything I could. Paid him 20. Travis is going back to 30. But David's going to loan me 30 to take to Travis is flying down tonight. And then I've got to give him $10,000 a month for a year and $5,000. It comes out to like $120,000, $180,000, $230,000 over the course of 2 years. But he's got stuff on there, and this is what worries me, and this is what worries Sandy. Paid back, play on Travis, that's fine. There's these transfer records in there. All these transfers is where transfer is like not good, and he's got transfers in there, me back and forth with Lyle Berman's name a lot, Freddie Deeves, all these transfers. He's got the records in there where it's transferred from Jim Ryan to me to put into transfer accounts to transfer. It's from JR.
Yeah.
It's administration stuff. It's administration stuff that started way before all this started, even to where we would send to pay host payments. It even says in there, pay host payments. It's unbelievable. To Shaw over to administration pay host payments. It's unbelievable all the stuff that's in this stuff. He doesn't know everything insured, and you can't stop paying this guy in 6 months. Now, my guy didn't want to even pay him anything. If this stuff would have gone on the internet, they would have just made shambles of all this. The transfers is what worries Sandy, that the government's not going to get involved. If it's paid back, there's who's hurt, everybody's got paid, all this, it'll go away. Got to put the blame on somebody, but these transfers and money that they go transfer around stuff, and they, where's it going?
There's a whole bunch of issues there.
Oh my God, and there's so many transfers with people like Lyle Berman's and back and forth from back to the office and then paying host. Well, what were you guys doing? You're paying payments from winning money online or something? This stuff he's got's not good. It's not good. I think you have to let Travis take the blame. But you got to keep this guy paid. I got to keep the deal with him. I got to go through 2 years. The second year's not bad. It's $5,000 a month. The 50 coming up the year was tough.
I agree that we should be planning on it. It's not as a liability, but after we pay back the players, maybe a way that we can extinguish that liability. We can talk about the different ways.
And he did tell me. Dodo did tell me. He said, if you want me to help you post something, you tell me. That's what he told me. That's the guy that we're talking about.
So we can, we have good contacts with you do those CRs.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of, let's just keep them on the hook for
Well, I'm going to make sure I know, though. Here's what I've done. I've make sure one thing. I've learned in my life one thing. You can listen to them, they can tell you they're going to do this, but I've for sure, Dodo and this Nat, the guy that started all this, I don't know what his reasons are or why. I never threatened him either. He went on there and posted that. I called Bluff Magazine and said, you've got an owner that's out. So I imagine Bluff called him. But he never did tell me it wasn't Russ Hamilton that threatened him. They probably said, you own 1%, you're out. So anyway, I've got Nat, I've got Dodo, and I've got this Trampoline, all three of them.
Good.
Emails being, well, I'm going back 2 months and getting everything, and everything going forward. So I know everything they're talking to. So those three guys, I know everything they're doing.
Excellent.
And if there's anybody you guys want, I have a connection like with the person at Interpol that can get everything going. So whatever you want, if you want it, tell me what you want. I don't know. So.
Well, the biggest thing is that somehow we can find out who this league is.
I don't know an email to have them check. I'm checking Trampolines, all three. I got all three of his. I'm checking that, and I'm checking this Dodo guy. But this Dodos could be one that you just made up just to send back and forth. I don't know how good that is. But those three I am in going back.
No,
I'm going back like 2 months.
No, he'll just use that for this.
Yes.
He's not more.
Yeah. So, but Nat, I'm trying to figure out what's behind this. Why? What's the reason? Somebody sending him out here on a mission. I don't know who. I think it could be Dan. We're really into something here that's really getting ready to be really big with our company. We can get from your place, World Poker Tour Circuit. We have a TV show starting. They're going to announce it next week on Fox TV. News Corp. You know who Rupert Murdoch is. News Corp. We have News Corp behind us. They took Pogo from 0 to 1.5 million customers in 1 year paid. News Corp is starting to advertise next month. Fox TV, we're filming in September 8th. First show's on TV the 15th. It's called Club WPT on TV. The only way you win your seat, all News Corp's people are advertising. Go to Club WPT. We're giving them a $7 affiliate price. They're giving News Corp $4 of it. It's huge. It's fucking. This could be like a 800,000 customer site overnight. It's so big. I mean, News Corp is huge. News Corp advertises in the magazine, newspapers, or TV. They own Fox. I think PurePlay could have even said, "Go blast Ross Hamilton," because we took this from them. They were ready to make a deal with News Corp, and Fox, because we were doing this TV show and the World Poker Tour got it in, said, "Let's just do the whole thing. Let's do the whole News Corp thing." So. And when I get done, I promise whoever this is, when I get done with this, and I promise you we're going to make this into a huge company. This News Corp thing, I'm going to pay everything back to everybody, I promise. Whoever says whoever says I owe them money, I'm going to.
No, you do this first thing with Dodo. Some good stuff.
Yeah, but I'm going to go back to the people that have had to take some losses here right now. I will go back to these people. You know, the thing we can't let it know is this thing that happened. I did was really fucking dumb. The thing with this early stuff with the company and paying host payment stuff, that can't ever get out. That's got to fucking stop.
No, the thing that you did though, really was you had too much trust in this person, Travis.
Yes.
You had a sensation that some things were wrong.
Yes.
But never acted on it. That's your fault. You vouched to the company on Travis.
I paid Tom McAvoy $50,000 to check out, and Neil thinking everything was okay.
So, and then now the reason that you're helping out with this thing is because you feel guilty. That was your responsibility to.
Okay.
That's the explanation.
So really, we are going to put the blame on Travis through a roundabout way of other people getting the word out before they make a release. Let us.
And the release has to be consistent with the fact that it's Travis.
And you know what? Here's what I told Sean Rice on phone yesterday. I said, Sean, I can't say nothing. I don't know. I said, they're doing an investigation, not me. But I can tell you one thing, and they've let this go. How they let it go, it's the most important thing of all. It proves I didn't do it. I said, they've let it go. But that address that they linked me to that I owned the house and where that account and who was there, that's the whole secret. They've let it go. I said, they let it go and didn't go no farther. But I said, just keep that between me and you. So that was Sean Rice.
Yeah, but you could even, I think it's safe for you to say, look, I do own my house.
I do. Travis lived there. I do. Travis does live there.
You can say that I rented it.
Travis does live there. I haven't lived there for 3 or 4 years. I don't know.
Plus, any playing from the office is explained by the fact that he worked in the office.
Travis had all my accounts. He had everything. He paid my bills. He did everything for me. He knew he had every of the ongoing. There's the couple accounts that we've got to explain that he did it as a buddy thing. This is the bad thing. Here's the thing you have to make known. There's players asking me this. That there's a couple accounts. They didn't take much money at all. Hey, Freddie. Oh, no, I was just calling to see what was going on in the sites and the blogs and all that. That was all. Okay. No, that's okay. That's all I called for, just to see if... I'm starting a meeting right now, so just, if you find out something in the next couple minutes, if not, I'll call you after my meeting. Yeah, if it's something important, call me. If not, I think it's all died down out there, it looks like. Okay, right. It's all died down, Dan, in 2 days now. I don't know if you'll
wait until after we...
No.
What we have to do is get these other people out to create reasonable doubt, and then we get the people back.
Yeah.
And then another one will die over. We need to get some reasonable doubt out there. We don't want everybody saying,
No,
you.
I
The
understand.
last time they were doing that with Scott, and they were able to totally kill it. You just have to get somebody else up there.
I guess. I didn't even realize that, I guess. Oh, this one here, I need to show you this here. These are fucking emails, and we got to some way get rid of them on the internet here. I don't know how you do this. I think I've got a person. I've got some people that are high, really good. I've got connections with you guys, everything. I think I can get people in, but there's fucking emails going back and forth here with this one developer that I don't even know his name from a long time ago, and this is with these things going back to the upgrades on how to upgrade this all the time, going back to Mansour, going back. His name is Todd Bartleson. You know who it is? I don't know who he is either. Bartleson. Back and forth between Craig and him with all these things. So I think I can get all these deleted out there to where they're in history and gone, but I've got to... I don't know who Bartleson is. Greg will probably know. Back here. I show you one here that somebody, our comedian next door, Anthony Curtis, that rents to us. Put up yesterday. I said, okay, this is great, Kirk. You've really done good for me. Hey, Sandy. Yeah. Got me short now. Yes. Well, he looks like a Letterman, doesn't he? A little consideration. I got to go back to my house. I have got to go to bed. Sandy, how did you figure out how to turn the TV on?
Yeah, how do they do it? It's still Norman, huh?
It's still Norman. You know, and the comment is he's 51 years old, and he's the oldest guy to be in the lead for a major tournament in history of mankind. I'm scratching my head saying, shit, I turned 59 yesterday, and, you know, this makes me feel great.
Yeah, but that's an amazing story. Robert seems like it's gotten better.
The outlet bar, the power bar is down here. How was your car?
Easy.
You flew in from Seattle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's two restaurants, one here, one there, either one. Norman's leading this thing? Yeah. Is this the British Open? Yes, British Open. This looks like a picture of a course. Oh, yeah. I mean, British Open's like little craters. Oh. Look at it. Look at the depth of the British Open is the toughest thing involved. You know, I would play this kind of course great. You realize that? Yeah. I couldn't play the American courses they play on because they're too long. This course, is that what the difference between the links course and the U.S. course? The U.S. courses are 7,000 yards. You got to hit it 340, but these guys hit it 340, 350. Yeah. I can't hit it, but I can hit it straight. I can put it in between. I can put it in these fairways. And I can just play it into a windstorm. Remember a few years ago when the one guy lost or tied for British Open, went into playoff where he had like a 3-stroke lead with 1 hole to go. He hit it in the water. Do you remember that? I think so. I got news for you. I could have won the British Open with one club that day. You give me a 5-iron, I'd have won the British Open. I would have won the British Open with one club. This guy was the biggest. This guy? He's hitting into a complex. He's got a huge freaking driver. You know the difference in them and mine swing? What? Is I can take my driver and control it any distance I want. And these guys have got one control. They got one distance they hit it. That's it. I can go play a driver and I can hit it 80 yards, 90 yards, 120, 150, 180, 200, and 210, and 220. That's above my macro. But I can hit any of it and I can hit it right in the spot. That's the difference. But you see all this stuff? It looks like somebody dropped, like a B-52 went over that course. But this is the kind of course I can play. I can't play the American courses. The American courses are too long. Okay, can we turn this down or something here, or just so we can... No, I'd like to see a picture. I'd like to see what's going on. Sandy, shut that door. Anybody want a Pepsi before we start, Dan? Yeah. Diet or regular, guys? Sandy? Fine. I hate to ask anybody this, but I need $1. I know this is embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? Everybody's $1. One does it. Yeah, their quarters is on the roll. Everybody's a dime?
Yeah, I'm a dime. Yeah.
I can't imagine how this shit should play out of that bunker when the ball just lays up against the lip of the wall and the bunker's 4 feet deep.
You have to just play backwards if you can.
You just try and get a back spin on the ball and get it to come up and back over.
Somehow hit the opposite way, frankly, if it were me. Better shot.
How's Bridgewater?
Well, as well as can be. I'll give you the buildings on the exact stuff.
No, I was more interested. I heard something that there was something on the blog about his wife.
Oh, yeah.
That would. Again, one question my attorney in town asked.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but if
Doesn't take one serious?
things get that personal, you just get this. What are you talking about, take place? Pearson's wife, the blog. Who doesn't take it personal?
Oh, I was saying he actually does a good job not taking it personal. His attitude is, look, only small percentage of the population reads this. More misinformation that published the better. So
I agree.
This was discredited. This was complete misinformation.
Do you know that the people that are writing these blogs are these guys that are learning to play? Most of them ever play 1 cent, 2 cent if they play, or play free play most of them. They play Yahoo, or just I don't know. What is my attorney asked me? He's just curious. You told me, I believe, but I just want to make sure. You didn't want to meet with him so we could all sit down and talk together, and the purpose of that was?
Yeah, no, we'll go through that.
Okay.
So anyway, let's...
Maybe I left my computer at home. I didn't bring it, so I don't know if there's anything you need. I don't know notes or water or what. I had it on because I was amusing myself. I don't know that
I've got some documents for you to sign just to effectuate. Okay, so this is what I thought we'd do is, first we do an overview altogether and go through those questions. There'll be an update on next steps. There'll be an update on everything I
Oh, that's good.
There'll be an update on, this MO we have in your office, we think. And ideas on a strategy for us.
Okay.
Then, what I thought I'd do is I would give these documents to Sandy, which are all straightforward. These are just further assignments and stuff. We print them out, look them over, and we can make any changes. So while you're looking them over, I'll spend a couple minutes just for us.
So you need us present for a few minutes?
No. Let's first go through the whole overview.
Okay.
Then we'll go. Then I'll give these documents to Sandy to look at. He'll look at them, and we'll make any. Then we can reconvene. So first of all, the overview. First, why I'm not going to the lawyer is basically I wanted to make sure to preserve your privilege for them. The guy is your lawyer. Say it's okay for Sandy to be there. You've got the privilege with him, but if I'm there, technically, the privilege is gone. The privilege is gone.
Okay, so you can explain this to Shestov whenever we go, okay? Oh, yeah, but he'll get it. Okay.
That's one reason. And the second reason is just sort of the principle as your lawyer.
Okay.
I'm happy to participate, answer any questions, help, because frankly, our interests are the same. So, I'm happy to do that, but I don't want to be there for the full, his full giving advice to you.
I think it's the second meeting, Dan, not the first.
And I'm happy to do it by phone. And one good thing is that this guy seems to be very good. All the advice he's given seems to be reasonable.
Chestnut's probably one of the top attorneys in the country. He's been used all over the country.
So, everything he's
read. As a matter of fact, it's Oscar Goodman's law firm. Before Goodman's our mayor here, that was Chestnut and him were. So now it's Chestnut that runs the whole thing. So.
Second thing is why Greg isn't here. I just didn't want.
Do we need to call him?
No. If we do, we have a way to do it. But first, I think that I can cover everything. At the end of this, if you still want to talk to Greg, we'll arrange to have a meeting with him.
Okay.
But
you need to write that name down for yourself.
Yeah. No, you'll tell me what you need out of this. So Greg, it would be terrible if you and Greg were seen talking about this stuff right now. People would make something of it which isn't right. Then let's go on to the status of the forums thing. So they're still continuing to be very noisy.
No, they've slowed down to nothing.
They've slowed down, but it's what we need to do. Ideally, we'd like to create reasonable doubt in that, over time, it has to come out that maybe it's not less. If there is a another person, Travis, and it's, who rented one of Russ's house, who paid bills for Russ.
The one name that they related on the internet to, Sandy, I don't know if you've read all the posts, it's a name named Sleepless. They traced it to a Lauren McCarb, which is Travis's wife, which the address was a house that belonged to Russ and Carol Hamilton. That's where Travis and Lauren lived at, 1725. If they'd have just done a little more research, they could have put it together that Travis lives there, but, and they rents it to him. I haven't lived in that house in 4 years, I don't think.
And so that's the next step, I think. We get somebody to say that, but it can't be Russ. Russ is not arguing this. Russ has to stay above the fray, not put out a statement, but if we have third parties posting a lot of posts, creating this reasonable doubt, I think it's helping. How we do that, I think what we'll do is we'll just get people who are close, maybe use,
He said he would post, and what he could do is, I left because I'm waiting for them to make their final display of names, but you guys have overlooked one key thing in here about this whole thing, and I'm just going to tell you, you've overlooked the person's name that played and where he lived. So he'll send me a post.
And I think we need some noise on that. And Travis's picture will probably be up there. It won't be good, but so he should go away for a while. Then when he would terminate it here, did we give him reasons for termination?
Yes. Well, how long did we terminate him a month ago, or did we just do it now this week, or when have we terminated him? Or how did you do the old one when you switched over?
He was terminated. There's an email to him that confirms that he was terminated, effective a specific date, which was the date of his last paycheck.
Which is over a month ago, right?
Any reason?
I didn't put forth a reason there.
Maybe there's all this noise, discrediting him and talking to him.
Well, I felt at the time that it was better to just not have it in the file.
It cuts both ways. One could give Travis a claim.
Right.
But on the other hand, it's good for the record.
Can I ask you just one question, Ben? This is Travis wanting to know if we're still set. I'm trying to make an appointment with the other guys. How long do you think we'll be here? It's 11:30.
I think if we have 2 to 3 hours here, I should be done.
Okay, because I need to call Chestnut and reschedule his. Sandy, the latest you can't stay that late with me today?
I can call and I can get a 5:50 flight.
5:50. So if we go to Chestnut's at like 4, if we spend like 2 hours there, we should be okay.
If we go to Chestnut's at
an hour and a half. Do you think we could be done 2.5 hours then? 2 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock. 8, since I've learned how to text. 2 o'clock.
Other client stuff on here, so just ignore it.
I got the 2 things from ComputerShare. Both of them were rejections. One of them had no reference to it at all. It just said the address, the information is incomplete, which I think related to Russ. But it didn't identify the share number. It didn't identify anything. It was just a form. The other one, they sent me back the Green Pines share certificate and said we need a medallion guarantee.
Okay, that's no problem.
So I've got
just got to go to a bank.
Well, remember, it was signed in Curacao.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want
to ask you a question, Dan.
Yeah.
Why are you guys having to do this? I'm not going to keep the money. I'm just going to give it to you. Why do you? I mean, I'm not the person who's going to just take it and run with it and keep it.
The ideal.
Because does this look worse or so, or does this look better, Sandy? Or
the reason we want to do it is because.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just curious.
No, there's a reason.
Okay.
The reason is because ideally we might get these shares redeemed by Excalibur.
Okay.
And we don't want you to transfer it.
Okay.
We've already had another entity do it now. Whether or not we're able to do that with Excalibur, part depends on.
Did you get a new liquidator?
Yeah, we'll go through that.
Okay.
See what's going on here.
Where is that course?
I don't know with the finance, Sandy. I haven't followed much lately here.
We need some.
Yeah, I mean, these grandstands are unbelievable.
If we leave here 2. I got to drop Dan at the airport to... No, I can drop you at the airport. That's Chestnut House close. Leave here too, so tell Chestnut we'll be there at 2:30. Andy, think an hour there is good? I think an hour and then...
Well, we'd be there an hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I guess the update on FAFSA. Just one second.
Well, goodness, why you must be on the plane or something.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, it's Russ. I'm spending a little bit longer over here with some other people early before I come over. It's going to be 2:30 probably when I get to your office. Just let me know if that's okay with you, please. Thanks, David. One more time just to make sure the call does not go through, and then it goes to recorder again. I'll just hang up. Transfers, Dan, or what's you're not letting this guy post this other stuff out here?
Well, no, that's bad for a bunch of reasons. So I saved it as RH125 on here. And there's some other documents that are unrelated to this.
Okay.
Hey.
You want me to print these, and so just print them?
Hey, it's Russ. I just left a message you can ignore.
Okay.
We're running a little late with the other first meeting here. Can I make it 2:30 to your office? Is that okay?
Even now,
Is that okay with you?
How do you get a medallion on a Caruso?
Okay, he got in late flying in this morning from Seattle, and now we're in the middle of everything here for me to bring you up. I've already started here, and he has to fly back. I can meet you tomorrow. We don't have to meet. Well, I've got San Diego. I know that. I understand. Yes, with a bunch of things, yes. I think I'll have, and Sandy's with me, and Sandy can explain to you. I think it's all fine, and I'll tell you why when I get there. Thanks, David.
okay. All right. So, so the FAFSA, basically, what we want is the UEFSA funds to help fund this $13 million. The current liquidator is resistant to it.
That's Deloitte.
That's Deloitte. In addition, Jim and Jason, they're not 100% on board.
Well, if Jen would see these screenshots, he'd be very interested.
They're interested in doing it, getting the $13 million out, but ideally they just like only certain shareholders to bear it. Frankly, speaking of Greg and Jan, they just want to get the money out and get flexible. Not sure exactly how it will get out, but what we have done is we found a new liquidator. Of course, one of Cookie's friends, who's
No shit.
right, her accountant,
Boy, is that shocking.
up in Montreal. We've talked to him.
You meeting Cookie one next week?
I spent some fair amount of time with them, actually. They are on board pushing the money out, unless they're holding back a bit, they're saying, but I'm confident that they'll be good to push the money out. So to get them appointed, what we need to do is to get a consent signed by just over 50%. Jim and Jason have agreed to it, so the liquidator idea they're fine with. So First step is we install the new liquidator. Second step is we'll get, again, we'll go around to the shareholders just to demonstrate the support for the settlement payment. And then we'll show that to the liquidator, and then we'll have a shareholder meeting. And that's the path we're going down. I think it's, so we're going to need you guys to, starting this week, Melissa's going to be running the two board members are Melissa and Gail.
Okay.
We're going to need to appoint a third director who's a Canadian resident of corporate rules.
Okay.
So we're finding a new director. The extent that we have, a lot of these consents returned, though, they will be reaching out to you guys to help get back. There's two for us that are. I wasn't sure. I thought you had bought some shares too.
I do.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what they were registered.
You bought shares?
Mm-hmm.
Through some name, though. Big firm or something. Company wasn't there.
Well, they were held in. I think I have them in my family trust.
Right, that's what it was.
So I bought them through UBS.
Yeah, it's a street name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll have you fill one out too. And we just want everybody just to show that just to show the liquidator that we have the support for this. That's where we are in XAPS. I mean, basically, the buyer, Paul and Joe Norton are frustrated that it's taken so long. But I feel like at least now we're on a path to get it out. I think once we get it out, we can do all the refunds immediately.
Yes, the roof
And
was
it's just going to kill all this stuff. There's nothing more to talk about after the roof funds are done.
Well, they're waiting for me to give an answer. Trust me, they've thrown me all over the globe in the last 2 weeks. So that's not all that's going to stop. They're waiting for me to give an answer. That's what they're waiting for.
Well, we'll plant seeds of doubt out there, and then there may be some. Ultimately, we may have to think about something that clears all the pros. So anyway, so I think that the strategy at this point is continue to lay low, and but it would be great if we could start to find a plan to plant the seed in the forums that it is Travis and got access to Russ's stuff for this reason. It's plausible that
He was my personal assistant for 4 years. He's paid all my bills. He made my arrangements, flight arrangements, hotel arrangements. He paid all my bills. I just took him off my visa 2 nights ago. I called Visa and took him off my card 2 nights ago.
and we'd show things.
We fired him from the office a month ago.
Somebody could post, Travis has been fired.
Yeah, I just found out that Travis Maycar, who has been fired from UBT or something. I don't know how you find that out. Through a friend or something.
Think about
You got to think about it.
any privacy issues that we have here.
Yeah,
Maybe what we say is he no longer works for UBT.
I don't know if they know that. They haven't posted it yet.
But get that out there. And then Travis should go somewhere just to become aware of it for like a month or something.
A month?
You put him on a project.
Maybe the thing to do is have somebody say, I saw Travis at such and such place in wherever,
Right.
that he was on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not coming from us. That's the key thing.
No, but just somebody down south.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to get caught into the thing of somebody. It went in back an email that says it's one of my friends that sent this to put it out there.
All of it will be done orally.
Well, let's
If you
think
feel
about
smart about it. Ideally, person to person. Tell them.
it. Right now, no one knows Travis works here or worked here. So saying that he worked here and that he was fired
It's a
Causes-
negative thing.
attention to come here.
Yes, we don't want that.
But if anybody ever puts out the fact that he worked here, we'd just be
But
ready.
he was fired
Right. Expired.
halfway through this investigation after we found out
He
there.
doesn't work there now,
He was also Russ's personal assistant. Russ has taken away his visa rights and signing rights of everything.
But I mean, that's the sort of the story that was with the other one. That this person had access to the computers, we have to explain why this guy had access to all these IP. And once if we put that out there, there's no one who can prove that it was Russ. All supportable by the fact that it's Travis, because he had access to these things. And,
Well, they're going to want to know about name changes and who did them and names without.
well, that's not you.
Carolyn will say that Travis would call and say that Russ said to do this. Carolyn's already said, anybody ask her, Travis called her, never Russ. So Carolyn's already said that.
That's perfect.
Carolyn said, anybody ask her, Travis called, said Russ said, set this account or change his name this week or change his name, and she just knowing Travis was my personal guy, she just changed it for me. Problem is transfers.
Well, the transfer history is bad, but it is explainable. It's been out there.
There's screenshots that this Dodo's got. And if he was to ever not go along with what he says he puts up, there's transfers from Russ Hamilton accounts to Shaw back to administration to pay host payments. It says to pay host payments. There are transfers from Jim Ryan to give me money to transfer to other people. There's all kinds of stuff that just can't let this Dodo or wherever he got this stuff from. I guess he said he worked in the office, he said to me he was passed over a couple promotions and family was brought in and he just got tired of it. That's what he said. But he's now that we made this deal, I got Travis flying out tonight to pay the rest of the first payment and monthly. He said if you want me to post, I can post.
Okay, now like on UB2.
Yeah.
We're now at the point that you have to step down, are we?
Yes, we're going to get me out of UB too. We're just going to get me out we're going to get me
in there for business purposes.
I'm gonna step down for name wise and probably put I don't know who, but I'm gonna step down. Not step down. I'm just gonna step out the daily. I'm gonna step out the daily day-to-day activities. As soon as I finish raising this last capital here, that I mean with this show and the News Corp and everything going on now, I mean this thing should suck. This thing.
You don't know about this.
It must have just begun to tell me.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Where we are now is the World Poker Tour has brought in as a marketing partner two different groups. One was Bluff, and that is essentially a media buy, where they bought the access in exchange for having Club Bluff as a skin, and they don't share, Bluff doesn't share in revenue until after certain recoveries have been made.
Bluff's just a small deal.
That's a small deal. The other deal is Fox.
And that's not going to step on Carplayer too much, is that there?
Why would Carplayer, because Carplayer
Just because we're doing the deal with Bob, they don't care.
deal with all in before that? Yeah, so.
The News Corp deal is much different. Two television programs come out of News Corp. First is the new World Poker Tour Season 7. That'll air whenever it starts to air.
They filmed Bellagio yesterday, the final table. The first show, they announced that Fox come in. Their stock jumped yesterday, World Poker Tour stock.
Okay, the second deal is a new television program, which will be called, it's tentatively called Club WPT.
That's the name of the show, Club WPT.
Club WPT will start as a final table only, that's a final table television show, 1 hour, 44 minutes of airtime. It'll be shot at the Bike or a similar casino in Los Angeles.
Filmed by the World Poker Tour.
The contestants will come from tournament winners on Club WPT.
Or UPT or Club Bluff, any of the clubs.
Anybody in the network can become a contestant on the television show. And News Corp, the parent of Fox, which also owns MySpace and IGN, is going to promote across IGN and MySpace as affiliates under the Fox deal, the program, so that the reach of this group now is hundreds of millions of people.
They took Pogo from 0 to 1.5 million paid subscribers in 1 year. News Corp did. So that's a huge deal.
The hope is that, and the deal, there's
How many subscribers do we have now?
7,000.
7,000. But we grew 25% in the last 2.5 months. 25%. So we're just starting, and now we're getting these big deals.
Like 30,000 or something. Or
It depends on the revenue. If it's our split, their split. If it's affiliates. We believe that this Fox deal will take us up into the hundreds of thousands.
So 100,000 would break it even.
Oh no, 100,000 is profit.
35.
35,000.
Yeah.
So it's totally doable.
Right.
Oh yes.
So with Fox,
But since you're paying so much on that deal, you probably need
we're paying zero.
We're not paying anything.
You're doing the split on the...
No. Yeah, what we're doing, here's the way it works. Our gross monthly revenue is $20. Our gross profit margin is 50%. It's round numbers. I mean, it's 15. We're splitting that $3, $7 to World Poker Tour. And World Poker Tour splits with Fox. And Fox splits with MySpace.
And then the media puts up.
And World Poker Tour and Fox pay the production and television.
Yes, it's a little bit later, but
no
no one out of 1 o'clock.
and no recruits. So there's no first dollar payback. It's all based on their revenue share. So it works great for us.
Okay, so let's just jump back to this. So your positions right now at UBT are, you're the chairman of the board, right?
Founder.
Founder.
Well, that's not really a position.
Founder and president of the manager.
Anyway, I'm stepping down. They're getting me out of
You're
here.
president of the manager.
I don't
Oh, yes, an LLC. Okay. So what we could do, though, is if you wanted to, you could change that someone. Now,
Yeah, I can change anything.
basically to say that...
Here's my problem. We're raising money, and he's out there talking.
I'm the one that's going to raise the money now.
So
With this News Corp thing, I can finish this final raise.
Yeah, but maybe we just take away the office. You're always going to be the founder.
Take away the...
Like Lyle's the chairman of World Poker Tour. He doesn't have an office.
There's no way for you to ever not be founder, because you were the founder.
Okay.
So
what do we take away to get me out of here?
So what you do is you just say that there's another president. Maybe that guy would.
We can figure that out.
Anthony Curtis next door at Huntington Press has got a great name. I'm telling you, he's not a bad person.
It's possible.
Yeah. And he's offered.
Okay.
So, I mean,
No, I think that would be smart.
Yeah.
And if they ask you why, I mean, I think you can say, I'm just stepping aside because it's, somebody thinks is a person who's better at managing a company.
I'm not good at managing.
I'm good at starting it. I have an idea. I'm always going to have.
He's a businessman. He's took Huntington Press to this, and they're huge, and, this is his job. My job's done. I helped start it.
I think that might be smart. Only because if anybody ever starts to grill you on this thing, first you say, look, there's no evidence that this is Russ. There's nothing Russ would like to do more than to post some statement saying that it's not him and why. However, his lawyer has advised him not to do that. And maybe you can plant the seed, depending who the person is.
Mm-hmm.
You plant the seed that it's someone, that's close to Russ, but that who's taking advantage of us. But then you can go on to say, as another point, Russ isn't an officer or director, doesn't have signing authority.
There's a problem.
Founder,
There's a problem that popped up this morning on a thread. There's not much answer to it, but it popped up this morning. An old prop host that we had. Remember Fanny?
Yeah, heard the name.
She popped up on a post this morning and said, "I need help here. Somebody, I was the prop host, and I answered to Munster Metluby and Russ Hamilton. I thought there was cheating going on back there. I'd have Munster check in, and he would say, no, nothing's happening. I feel I got cheated. I answered to Russ Hamilton, Munster. She never answered to me in her life. Munster took care of the host program. I never did a thing.
I mean, for that, what you'd say is,
I just say, no, I didn't. You know what I did with this girl?
What you could say is that, yes, I helped out Mansour. Mansour ran this.
I don't have to say that.
Mansour owned this poker site. He called me from time to time asking questions about poker, how tournaments work, and how, general questions about poker, but I certainly didn't run the problem.
You know what I did with this girl? I tried to help this girl. She was a drug addict. She's druggy. I would try and get her to a drug clinic, trying to get her to go to rehab, got her into rehab once or twice. I mean, I tried to help this girl online, talk to her, everything, and then she goes, plus this. I used to work for Russ. I answered to Russ Hamilton, Munster Metluby.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, well, let's take a break now, because I have a bunch of these other stuff. So why don't you look at that?
Do you need a key to Brett's office, Andy?
Print those babies out.
Do you need a key to Brett's office?
He's got
Or my office?
Do you have a printer?
I have a printer right there at my desk. A printer as far as going onto the computer and logging in a printer? Yeah. Right there at my desk. There's a cable connection. Cable connection printer. Oh, my knee. Gotta have surgery on this next week, Dan.
Oh, that's not good.
Right here, Sandy. Printer. There you see the white cable login right there? Just hook up right there, the white cable, and there's the printer up there. Okay?
You're taking that collagen.
I don't know what that is.
Collagen?
No, I don't know
Go
what it is.
to the nutritional store right today.
Yeah?
Buy the collagen.
Collagen.
And you can get it as like the shark thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
And just take a ton of it. I've heard people with joint
Really?
problems that within days it makes an impact.
Really?
So
I got a health guy in town. I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him and ask him about this collagen.
just buy
I've heard it. Shark like...
it can't hurt. It's like skeleton from the shark.
Yeah.
It can't hurt you. So just go and take an overdose.
Okay.
And
I'm going up to San Francisco, believe it or not, and as soon as I get through raising this last cap, whoever puts this last $3.4 million in our company is going to get 5 times the first money back before it ever goes back to any old investors. They got to, and this News Corp, Dan, they took POCO from 0 to 1.5 million customers in 1 year. News Corp's huge. News Corp's as big as it gets. So we finally hit the home run that we needed to make this thing work here. So anyway, what do we need here?
okay, first thing I just want to say to you is that I do forgive you, Russ. Please. Thank you for whatever happened.
No idea.
I do forgive you.
No idea.
No, I really do. And I don't blame you, because in that tool that was given to you,
They got to give him
basically
no
no
one
one
this guy.
would be able to not do what he did.
You better get him to talk to
It's
this guy.
not.
And I use this to get those minutes and stuff, and that's what I use for.
Yeah,
That's
no,
exactly what
so
it
that's what I
is.
want to ask you is that on this ancient history,
Go ahead.
we didn't talk about the ancient history.
Go ahead.
I just need to know some of this.
Go ahead, because this guy here's got screenshots of all. That's what's bad. That's why we can't let this go to post it again.
Initially, so the thing was justified as an audit tool initially, sort of.
An audit tool.
Initially.
Yes. Annie Duke even had a copy of it with a 5-minute delay.
Right.
Yes.
And then, at a certain point, when he was just tight and Greg just sort of said, do what you need to help the company.
Even the $50,000 that Greg paid to get his wife off of the trouble she was in was, we had to get it. You know.
Right.
We had to pay host payments. We had to pay a lot of stuff. Which is not going to hurt anybody who want to tell me he's a good.
No, I'm assuming you're not recording this.
No, but I'm saying no, but you're not going to get
I'm representing Greg.
But you're not representing Absolute that's going to come back and use this in the negotiations. Okay.
Okay, so it's totally, but this is just, and this is sort of what Greg has told me. So,
Okay. Is it okay if we ask Greg if I can tell you this stuff or not, or should I
I
just?
wouldn't touch it. I don't want Greg to lose any confidence in me. I'm not going to go into too many details.
Okay.
How about, more importantly than Greg, how about Jim? Did Jim know anything?
Absolutely. Here's what they did. They said, turn your head when you see transfers from Russ. When you see these transfers, turn your head and just okay them. I would transfer it to either to Shaw or it would go over to whoever that would pay the host payments or pay for sponsorship of players or for, there's a lot, they knew that they needed sponsorship of players, big names. They had, they didn't just have Phil and Annie, but
They had a bunch,
that I would pick to these guys and do this stuff. I would give them money from here and go play and wear a logo. They did tournaments. They played. They wore ultimate big gear.
Did Jim know that you were using the tool?
Let's turn your computer on and I'll.
I don't have my computer. Is that computer in there? You turn it on?
Yeah.
I'm right there. Oh, hey. You won't turn on yours, Sandy, in here? Yeah. Come on. Internet Explorer, I don't know what you want to do. How do you want to do it? Yeah, Dan, I don't know how to answer that. I think so, but I don't know.
Right.
I can
I
answer
think
that.
he was just, I got on the thing, it's Greg had just told him from the beginning.
Honestly, I don't know.
Would be the professional poker players, a lot of money would be there.
Well, why would I send money over to pay host payments and stuff that he knew? And why would I sponsor guys that he knew that were getting money to go play on TV and wear logo stuff? I don't know. I can't answer that.
How about the $1 million that would be used to pay crypto? The higher Jim rates to pay crypto $1 million.
Nothing to do with this.
That had nothing to do with us, yeah.
How could I know? I have no idea. No.
All I need to know, but it's, Mansour didn't know.
Mansour knew about this. Mansour absolutely knew about this, and this is how the money got to him. Mansour would pay host payments with us for the company.
And is he willing to take some responsibility for it?
Oh, God. Mansour's blood. He's going crazy now. He's threatening everything. Do not. I told Greg this. You got to trust me in this. He is broke. He's in another country. Can never come back because he's the one that was evil. But he can never come back. You guys, he said, can all make a living. I'm hoping this business works so that he makes a little bit. He's going crazy. He said, I'll go to the Department of Justice. He said, I got records on everything. I'll turn Jim Ryan in. I'll turn Greg Christian. He says, he doesn't like me enough. He said, so please, he's not going to, do not even go to, you went to Munster with this?
I wouldn't go.
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
I'm going to you.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. Well,
I explained this to Greg. Munster and me is not happy right now. So,
but he'll do fine on this thing.
so are you talking about off of?
Off of his couch. Just
Okay. But he's
till then.
right now he's not doing well. And what Munster has started to do now is the dumbest thing. Well, he started to play poker again. He can't play poker. He started to travel to the Philippines to what's that big Chinese place? It's not doing well.
So, all right. So that's basically all I need to know. Yeah. And this isn't going anywhere, but that's what it is. So,
Greg played the thing. I had to get him off. I said, Greg, you're a complete idiot. You can't play this thing. You have no idea what you're doing. Get off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have money. We were yeah.
I'm stunned as that's. Here's one thing that came from Paul. That, and this we can say, actually, I wait for that for Sandy. Because basically what Paul said is make sure that what you don't say is that you're still representing the company.
Don't represent the company. Everybody asked me, I said, guys, you know, I'll tell you what really helped us here. You need to go listen to it. On PokerRoad.com, the radio show says, Barry Greenstein for Russ Hamilton. I wouldn't go do the show. The attorneys all advised me not to do it. But my attorney, you, Dan, Sandy, everybody. But what I told Barry Greenstein, everybody just kept going on. Sure, I had to kill myself. I let Barry come in here and talk to me. I said, what I tell you, Barry, if I tell you you can't put this on, you can't. If I tell you, he did the greatest good interview you've ever heard. Hard questions coming. He said, you know, when I went to see Russ Hamilton, he said, I had a different opinion than when I left. He said, I went in, I read him, I listened to him. He didn't squirm, he didn't do nothing. He answered questions. I understand what these things were that these people are talking about. And he says, you guys need to let this investigation get through, and when it's done, then we'll get all the answers from them. They'll let them know. So that's what they're waiting for, is the thing to finish up now. And when he did that, this thing slowed down to a creep. He did a really, you need to go listen to it, PokerRoad.com. And you listen to the interview from Barry Greenstein per Russ Hamilton. It's at the end of the thing, like the last 15 minutes. Now, the guy interviewing him tries to be rough, and Barry's really,
Like that clip from Barry, somehow we got to get people to post in the forums.
Yeah. That clip,
We need people.
he said, I went to visit him, and when I left, I had a completely different opinion than when I went there. A completely different opinion than when I went there. So, and he says, you guys are talking about all this money, and the money to Freddie Deeb, and the money to these guys. He said, these are transfers. I do them every day myself. He said, we all do them. Every poker site does them. There's nothing there. There's nothing that says Russ Hamilton did anything right now. Let this come out and prove what happens. You know, they admit that something happened and it was compromised. Let it go. You don't know. And the biggest thing of all is they linked the one thing. They linked the name Warren McCarr, the name Sleepless, to an address that Russ Hamilton owns. I do own it. Travis Renton. He lives there. He lives in the house. I told Sean Reich yesterday, and Sean, there's one thing that they didn't pick up on. The biggest thing of all, when it's all over, they'll understand. I said, but they didn't pick up on it. There's something in that address with who lived there that they didn't pick up on. I said, don't tell anybody that. Just let me work that. So even Sean said, you know what?
What's the story with Arnoldson?
There's all kinds of emails that I've got to get deleted on the internet. That's stayed there forever. I can get them deleted. Or else I can Greg, and Greg back to Sean or me. Or not.
How do we do it? What do you need to do that?
I can take it. But letting me know he needs to tell Bartleson. I don't know who Tom Bartleson is, but I just keep him quiet because he must be the one that made all the he must have been the one that upgraded it every time it needed to be upgraded. Never got to send it to me, by the way. It got sent to Travis.
Oh, yeah, no, that's where the name came from. He updated the tool.
It got sent to Travis, and it got sent to Shaw.
But that was right from Greg's email.
Yes, it's from Greg's email, so I've got to get these deleted up there. And I can go back and get them. I've got somebody that's got a higher position. Let me have that. You just write the name. I need that for my information.
Oh, okay.
I just need this for my information. You can write it.
But I'll tell Greg that, and we'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's one big bad thing is that Greg sent it personally. Okay.
Yeah, that can't get out.
So the stock in Excapsa, no other people who deserve it.
No.
You're sure? Because I mean, you're
You can name them, and I'll tell you, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nobody.
All right.
Promise you.
Innovation stock.
Yeah.
Greg said you're willing to transfer that to a company.
I don't care. I'm going to pay back everything, so it doesn't matter. I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
All right. Additional.
Now, you know Montero's having stock. He's going crazy on this.
No,
This is the thing.
I'm taking care of this. So you've got 250,000 shares in Buckeye.
I don't. Buckeye.
Buckeye policy. You're going to take 125,000 of it.
Do whatever you want.
Put it in this trust.
Whatever you do.
100 of which will be used to pay back. 125 goes to an entity designated by Mansour. Christine of Greg's office.
I've already told Greg you
He's calling. She's going to contact Mansour and say, give us the name of an entity.
Well, here's the deal how this happened. When we went down to Costa Rica to make a deal, remember we were all there and Mansour was there and we made the deal on his software. Mansour ended up, part of the deal was he had half of this Innovation stock that I had. And I said, okay, he has to have it.
We will get that certificate out this week.
And mine, do whatever you want with whatever there is there.
We want Mansour to be
Oh, you got to. He's not happy, and I don't know what he's got, or I have no idea what he's proof or. He said, well, I don't give a shit. You guys are all there in the United States. You can make a living. I can't do that. I'm broke. I'm done. I'll go to the Department of Justice. I'll get back in the where I can make a living because of my surgery. It's not sure. Slow down. So that's what I'm saying. He goes off. You can ask Greg how he is. You just got to, he didn't do nothing other than do what he was told to do.
Now, so the additional payments down the line you're going to try to do, but there's one payment ideally you could do. I know that you're basically nothing, but we owe $6,000. Do the trustee bring your shares into?
And do you know how much what I borrowed? Just I've had to think about it. I had to fly Travis.
I can take a note.
Honestly, I can't. What am I supposed to do?
Okay, you've got it. Don't have
Yeah.
All right.
Gee. They.
I'll find the way.
Yeah.
Only $6,000.
I know. If I don't get
It's
it,
more of a symbol for the business than anything. So the fact that you're paying nominal is huge.
I've made the deal with them for over 2 years, and I said for 6.5 hours, I couldn't get it any less. I couldn't do it. I'm not only paying no. I'm paying stuff to find out what they know and everything, and where they're going to get there's other information off the sites and stuff, everything, a lot of things.
Well, as things improve, if you can find out, they're paying no is good. So, these guys all are under the impression that, you're the bank of
Well,
and I know that was you put in this company.
You have no idea. And when I make it, when this company, this News Corp should take it, I will come back and help whatever. The thing, here's the question I got. They're seeing the tax rate got responsible for some of this.
I don't, we've got to put this,
But you got to tell
the
that
plan is, no, what we're going to do
I
is,
know the problem with running scams and stuff. I'm going to make payments for it.
to the extent that we do this right,
Yeah.
all of SCAP's shareholders will pay for it, which is the right. And ultimately,
Is that going to get a problem with the Square Joes of the world that went out and bought stock, like the venture capitals and stuff that bought stock, and now they've lost money on account of this?
it might, but they have already lost most of it already.
Yeah.
And there are a whole bunch of legitimate reasons why the company, you're going to have this new liquidator explain why. And basically, this thing was on your watch. We have damaged all these things, hurt the brand. We calculate the damage is above 50 or some number like that.
You're
Not in fraud. It's not the fraud. It's what it is. It's lost. The value of the brand has gone down. We're not going to say what the fraud number is. Based on that demand letter, settling for 13. Liquidator will have what he needs. And
Our shareholders are going to come back if it gets blamed on Travis and try to put lawsuits against Travis and stuff, and that's what,
very, very remote chance. I don't think they will.
Travis going to have any
Travis's
legal
name
issues.
is not going to ever be put out by SCAPs or
What happens at the end? They're going to want an answer from me. What do I tell them?
on the end. Look, it wasn't me. I did nothing wrong. But I'm not talking about it.
Why am I not telling? Tell me the reason why
Based
it
on
comes.
advice of my lawyer, because the person who is
They're not going to accept it.
the
That's why.
person who perceived to be the perpetrator is very close to me. I trusted. Since removed him from my life, but
They're not going to go for that. You've got to have a reason to why it can't speak. It's either financial. He gave some of the money back.
one of the reasons is that look, SCAPs has entered into a settlement over. That settlement agreement states that nobody can talk about it.
That settlement agreement states that nobody can talk about it.
And say, I am a friend of SCAPs, and I'm going to abide by that.
What happens when they put in X amount of these numbers into SCAPs? And most of these guys, will they tell us what they figure it is? Of course. What
We'll calculate.
What happens to
We'll have an amount.
What happens to the money that AP still owes $12 million from last year that they're not helping out with something right now? If they still owe from last year $12 million.
Well,
I know you work for them. I know
no. This is not hard for me to answer.
No.
What happened is that when we sold this, is that AP would be paid a certain amount. Then, for legal reasons, we structured it as a note with these minimum payments. However, we all sat around the table and we said, look, these payments are unrealistic. It's $2 million a month to SCAPs.
After it was done, or
No, this is at the time. And the handshake deal amongst all of us is that it's split.
What are the shareholders going to say about that? Anything?
Well, the reason that
Because they all know that there's money owed. They talk about
you're
it.
going to renegotiate,
Like some of the big shareholders, like Ted Forbes, I don't know how to answer it. Tell me.
well, Greg will take care of that. The answer is that XCAPS has been treated as fairly as absolute. The reason that the people are, and if we get this site back on track and invest this 13, then we have a chance of recovering the full $100 million and more. But if we don't, then they're just going to strip UB, do no more marketing, and pay back the players still, and then the company will die. It will never get.
So
we're taking that. We're investing.
So their stance is that they're still going to continue payments as whatever the new deal is in the XCAPS, because they're going to answer this. Some of these some of these old people are asking me, and I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, well, the answer is that what's coming is that we are going to reach an agreement.
Here's the British Open. I told you I could have won it with one club.
The driver.
No, 500. I could give me a 500 if I had won the tournament. One club. Take all my other clubs away. Give me the 500. I'd have hit it up the middle. I'd hit it up the middle again. Then I'd hit the 500 in the green, and I'd have 2-putted or 3-putted with a 500 to double bogey won the tournament. I could have 3-putted with the 500 and won the tournament. It's the most amazing thing this guy here. What he did here, what he cost. Look at this.
No, this was amazing. I remember.
This is amazing. Now he's in the water. He walks out like he's going to hit it.
Vandershank or something.
I can't remember. He's walking in the water like he's going to go hit it. Like he's going to go down and hit it. Look at this. Then he gets out and he drops back again. It's amazing. It's the most amazing thing I've ever saw in sports.
No, he was a Frenchman.
And look, he walks down like he's going to go hit it. Then he decides to drop it, take a penalty.
It seems like he could have hit it almost.
Look at this. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on this.
So anyway, no, but you're going to that number of the quantifying the damages won't be able to be determined for years because basically we have to see who spends the money.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of.
There's a couple names that have to be cleared here, though, that somewhere in this release when they talked, they have to say that there were a couple of individuals like this Neil with Hines, and let's get a plastic. He never played this account.
No, but what we can say is that the account holders are not.
Some of them are phony ones, and some of them are legitimate ones that were never ever played by those people that won whatever. Now you've got two, and this is the one that's called in history. This Danny Boy 55. And when we first met, I told you guys, you got to not put Neil, you got knocked out, put Danny Boy 55, and they put him up. They caused talk with everybody knows Danny Boy 55 was a friend from the Aruba tournaments. Went to Aruba tournaments with this thing. Unbelievable. You have to say Boy 55 played them. Or I don't know how you say it.
He just wants seats for it.
You want $10,000 packet for a seat, airfare, and all the whole thing. Now this is going to come back as how did this guy, he's Russ Hamilton's friend. This is what's bad here. Well, Travis did, because Travis knows him too. Travis did it. It's just, hey, bud, I pay. And Dennis will say, Travis called, said, I'll go play a few of these for you up there. Hello? Hello? Speaking. Yo, Sponge. Good. Yeah, really. I'm fine and going to be fine. I'm not even worried. It's a bunch of shit. It's through the mud. It's a lot of stuff, but it's calming down, and people that are actually like very extreme like coming the other day understand a lot more. So it's going to be fine. Yeah, it's going to be fine. What happened is bad, Blair. I'm not denying that. I mean, but it's going to get done. It's going to get, they'll take care of everything, and there's going to be some ugly stuff come out, but I'm going to be fine, trust me. I'm going to be fine. This new company we got here is going to be fine. I am not, and did not do what all these posts. And you know what? There's something that they're missing in there. They posted something that's so important, and they've all overlooked it so much. And I guess it's good and it's bad. Like I said, all these posts are horrible, but there's one thing they posted that's so good. That's the biggest thing of all, and they just overlooked one thing so far, but that's good. I'll tell you all about it when it's all done. I can tell you a little bit, and I can't tell you much. That's all. But I'm fine. I'll tell you, I went through hell the first night this all started coming out. Let's put it back. When it first started 2 months ago, when it all started, it was hell. But then when the post started, it got worse. But I'm fine.
I'm fine. Yeah. Careful of what? I didn't do anything, Blair, so I don't have to be careful. Blair, I'm not worried about anything. You know what? For years, Doyle and Chip took all this stuff. Now, what they did, I don't know. The Chip Forrest was a takeoff guy and an internet thing for a year. There's another rumor every month out there that they died. These guys are going to get every penny. They'll get an explanation. They'll know what happened and they'll understand it. I can't do no more now. Whatever they want. This post that this man was doing was the most ridiculous thing of all. And then when he went up and posted, I can't post no more, I've been threatened. He didn't tell him it wasn't Hamilton. He waited 4 or 5 hours to let him go crazy, and he said, well, it wasn't a physical threat. He still didn't tell him it wasn't Rose Hamilton. He still hasn't. It's unbelievable what he did. I don't know his intentions. I can't tell you other than I think what could be. I really believe that, we cost PurePlay a really big thing with this News Corp thing that we've got with the TV show. We took that from them, not the TV show, but we took News Corp with them that they were ready to get signed. And when News Corp owns Fox, or Fox owns, News Corp owns everything, Fox, all this. This thing, they took Pogo from 0 to 1.5 million customers in 1 year. We've got a TV show starting in September 8th. They announced it next week. News Corp's starting advertising in August. News Corp's got 150 million people just on MySpace alone. That's not including our newspapers, his magazines. And I promise you, somebody had this gnat trying to hurt me really bad. He did a pretty good job, but I'll overcome it. I got pretty thick skin. I mean, they worn me down, and I've taken a lot of values, but I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine, bud. And I can explain, when this is all done, I'll explain to you names that I know you see in there, like this Danny Boy. I'll explain all that to you. You don't have to worry about any of this. And Danny Boy did not do a fucking thing either, so don't worry about any of this stuff. I'll explain it all to you when this is done. Let them finish and get it up. I cannot say anything right now, but I will explain it all to you, and you'll see and understand everything. I'll tell you exactly the reason, okay? Don't tell other poker players this, okay? They could probably come pretty close to putting it out now. They have to pay all the money back before they can tell the story, and they're getting this money from Excapsa first to pay the money back. So AP won't pay it because it didn't happen with, it happened from an old thing that was there. So the AP money we're discussing all that today. They've got new liquidator. It's coming out pretty soon. Everybody will be getting their money pretty soon. As soon as that's done, they'll get it. So I'm guessing 2 months. I don't know. There's nothing they can do until they pay it. They have to pay it back so that there are no legal issues that they make a statement and nobody hasn't been paid. You have to pay them back. So otherwise, they could probably pretty close come to making a statement today, really. My knee is supposed to have surgery next week. I don't know. I've got it now. Go finish raising the rest of this money for this. Where this thing's going to be so big now, we have no idea. This company, News Corp, can take us to 400,000 or 500,000 customers in 6 months. They're that big. They are the big. They're that big. So we got a company they're getting paid. World Poker Tour gets $7 of the affiliate price of the 20. Really $10 is operating cost, and there's $10 left. We get $3. We give World Poker Tour $7. They give News Corp $4 an account. World Poker Tour and us both make $3 each. But the numbers that they can bring in are huge. They bring us 500,000 players. They make $2 million a month. My God, that's a lot of money for them. They bring us 1 million players. They make $4 million a month. Well, fuck this thing here. Do you think this didn't hurt me? I haven't even tried to raise money. Other than Dewey sent $100,000 the other day. He's putting $200 more in. Dewey knows it. Mossie's going to put like $500,000. Everybody wants to buy it. They know. But I couldn't go sell it until they announced this World Poker Tour deal. They're announcing it next week, probably Wednesday. I'm guessing Tuesday or Wednesday. For the TV show, Club WPT. Once they announce that, then I've got something to sell. I can't until then. News Corp, once I tell them about News Corp, I can sell it. So that's what I got to wait for. So, anyway, I'm fine, bud, and I'll be okay. And don't worry about anything. And I know you got a lot of questions about a lot of things, but I'll answer them all, and don't worry about it. Okay? Okay, I'm fine. I can't, about the golf. I can't go to Pebble with you guys. My knee's too bad.
So I just can't go. My knee's too bad. I got to have supposed to have surgery next week. I don't know if I can do it now. I'm trying to sell the stock, so I got to figure that out. Okay. Bye.
Yesterday was the birthday. So what is that? Well, what does it do from the candidate?
The game plan is
Well, you know what it is? No, they have so much damaging stuff. We don't know what the chat room.
that could really be damaged. They don't get
No, all of this. These are muscle you can't touch. I mean, that's like the bumper sticker, right?
the taking it, the opposite.
Or we're here all over. I would do like scan and then. No, I'm just saying it's a PDF. Send it as a button. I'm here for my share.
Yeah.
And don't leave me one about. Well, those will happen. Oh, yeah. For the senior days, I know. I mean, they're about right here. How can you pay back on all these camps, or is it just a certain mold with everybody? All kinds of stuff. I mean, no, I want other. Plus, he's gotten this new job. So what? I've got a screenshot. I've got other screenshots. One got a screenshot. Well, you know, I didn't get $20,000. He also transferred to Philadelphia. Listen,
Page 21, all that.
listen, we have a lot of it. But I had to take this. We don't want this name. Also, they still got email and also his name. No, it's a transfer account. This all was under his name 2 times. Twice. He didn't pay back. Also, I've got a screenshot of the Charles Bank. He would make $1 million to use the word. I don't know when you get $100,000 or chip rich. Well, if you quit this money, I'm not here, but when I did, I needed to give it to Zed or whoever, whatever would. Once all this stuff destroyed, it's all these guys are dropping, we're running around destroying them. It's like going to my turn. So I don't. There's stuff that power just at 80,000 to a customer 3 days ago. They played it back to Phil. I did that in issues. Wait a minute. Down for a week. I need one last.
So let's do it next week. This week. So, 27 grand.
27 grand for a dream wedding? Are they out of their fucking minds? Flowers cost 100.
That's California money.
So what do I tell my attorney now?
I think that,
Basically saying what the story is. We talked to Chestnut about what. I mean, do we just sit back and just?
no, I think the biggest
Tell Chestnut everything.
Well, I know that. Oh no, I didn't mean that.
And I think the biggest question for him is what you're going to have the situation of people asking you.
When you pay off and you finish and you say, okay, it's done, they're going to ask me what happened.
Right.
That's the question.
I would say to them, look, what I'd like to say is something that indicates that.
But do I tell the whole story then, or do I just not say it, or say I've been informed that I can't talk because of, or what do I say? That's
the question.
Because the poker world's going to crucify me if I don't say what happened.
One thing you can say is that somehow that you were under a confidentiality agreement. You agreed to cooperate with the company in this investigation, and part of that was confidentiality.
Sandy, are you in there? Confidentiality agreement that I helped on me.
The company came to you. You fully cooperated on everything you do. In fact, you paid for the initial investigation.
I paid for the investigation of Neo right off the bat myself. Paid for it, Sandy.
Probably the bathroom.
Sandy, yes. What I'm saying to Dan is that when this is done and they pay and all this is over, the poker world's going to want to know from me what happened. Tell me. And
Well, I'm not going to come up with a story today.
but listen, what Dan's saying is
Just throwing out an idea.
bring an idea that I helped them with the investigation, with everything that they wanted to know, and that I had a confidentiality agreement with AP that I would release none of this information if I helped them uncover what all the details were of everything.
Under confidentiality agreement, this lawyer said that definitely don't say anything. Part of my hands are tied.
But that's just going to put it all on me then, isn't it, Sandy?
I want to think about it, Russ. I mean, I'm not anxious to say, to create.
You know what I don't understand here is how Jim Ryan and Jason DeHaan think that if this story comes out that they are implicated in all kinds of shit. This is what amazes me. It is absolutely beyond my imagination.
They think that it would be so damaging to Pearson that he would never let it happen. So they don't think
It would be damaging to Pearson, really.
that he will do anything. So they view that. I don't know. I actually think Jason, in part, is just selfishly motivated by preserving his money. And I think that, but that's how he's sort of answering to Jim. And
He's answering to Jim?
yeah, really, I think that Jim's controlling him. And in fact, he really has to.
Jason wouldn't have any reason for having anybody up there in the software thing leaking stuff out trying to cause problems, would he? Somebody's leaking stuff out there. Somebody's sending screenshots. Somebody's
talked to you. He said that he would look and try to find out where are. One thing he said to me is he wants to make sure that he's looking at all the proper links that have the screenshots.
They were in the
written down.
The only thing they told me yesterday was that it was a screenshot of the tournament to where it was a $1,000 buy-in tournament to where 1 out of every 10 people won a seat. They gave away 8 seats, and Sean Rice came like 10th or something. He got bubbled. So I can tell you that. It was a tournament.
Which post? 2+2.
This wasn't posted. Oh, no, this was, somebody sent this screenshot to somebody and said, look at this.
But we don't have that screenshot.
They won't give it. Well, the one guy won't do it. I mean, some of the stuff like yesterday, what I was told by Sean Rice, the reason this guy didn't want to even put it out there for publication, he goes, I've read all this stuff about Russ with the Detroit Mob and stuff. I'm afraid. I don't want to be involved in this. It's unbelievable. I mean, these guys are like, they're afraid now to do stuff, which is probably good in a way, but
So, like, when you went down to meet with this crazy guy in Costa Rica, you recorded that out and destroyed that stuff.
Crazy guy?
No, whatever.
Dodo?
Yeah, Dodo. Don't save that shit.
Don't save that one?
But record it. I think.
Okay.
At least not in this country.
Well,
So anything that has the record, if you feel like you absolutely need to save it, get some person in Arthur Thomas or something to hold it for you. And somebody that don't hold it here. That's just a mistake.
okay.
That has some incriminating stuff on there. So I'd just be careful with what you have.
What about all the stuff that he gives me? That's really incriminating to a lot of people. I mean, that's incriminating to
All that
Jim
stuff
Ryan.
he dealt you.
Oh, no. He showed a lot more than that. That's 1/20th of what he did. That's 1/20th.
How are you going to get that stuff back?
Travis is flying down tonight, getting it on some kind of an encrypted thing and bringing it back with him tonight.
But he's got a copy of stuff, this guy.
Yeah, probably got a copy. And when all of his money's paid, 2 years.
Can't we do something and say, starting with first year, we start to...
How do you know that he actually gives it to you?
No, you
That's
never
the
do.
problem. If you don't pay him what he says, then there's a chance he throws it out there, and it's just really bad for everybody because it's got transfers from JR, it's got transfers from AJ, it's got transfers from me to this to Freddie Deeps, it's got transfers where host payments were paid in the beginning, it's got transfers. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got tons of stuff that I don't even think he understands what he's even got. So he didn't understand some of the stuff he had.
Well, to speak English well enough to be
Well, he speaks English really well. Speaks English very well.
just right.
Why did I even listen to that message?
All right, well, I think I'm good. Should get me back.
And then we'll go over to
But
Chelsea.
Sandy, so this week, though, you're absolutely right. That's sitting on something which is stupid. Let's get, I have actually a short cross-license agreement form that does us. Good news is Robert can just sign on behalf of Dan Berry, because at the time,
This is DeMarco.
DeMarco.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not going to take long.
No, I sign on behalf
Or
of the
abuse. But this is what's occurred,
as of 10/13/06.
prior to the sale.
I made a
Prior to the law passing.
I made a suggestion to Greg.
Paid back to 06.
Okay.
I made a suggestion to Greg, and I don't know how you want to handle this. And Sandy's here, and we both tried to figure this out. Greg had a piece of UBT when it was started. Greg sent in a letter for some reason. We couldn't figure it out. Sandy asked me to, and I don't know the answer. I didn't want to ask.
He wanted the cap to.
He wanted to capture how much he owned. If it looks like Greg had a piece of management and money was used for this company from that, I don't like. Boy, I believe this is the biggest mistake he's
What
made.
we're going to do is, I talked to Greg about that.
Okay.
I will send you the name of an entity this week.
Well, he has paid shares.
He has shares and he has management shares.
He and Jan both have separate entity
Right. So no, this would only apply to that.
to the future
Management
management.
shares.
Okay.
So his name won't be on the table.
And by the way, we've never issued warrants to anybody that managed if they weren't paid. We made an affirmative decision very early. We were not going to issue warrants with zero
Right,
basis shares.
that's their state allowance.
Right.
Yeah, that's only fair.
Is my computer ready to be turned on?
Yes, it is.
There's nothing I've got on there that I need to get cleaned up?
I didn't put anything on
So
there.
so issuing these things is going to create it so they're out of the.
When we get to that point where we issue management units, yes.
So I'll give you the name and then you can stick it in.
Okay.
We'll try to keep it as confidential as we can. Okay, but you and I think it's easy to do. I think if we can get this thing done, signed, and then we'll be done with it. And it's in both parties' interest. And they're still using your product.
Yeah.
And I mean, for them to explain it, they have to say, oh yeah, Blackstock has, we don't want to go there. You know? If you go back to the old documents, and Blackstock has the rights, and it just,
We're all
screwed up. Right. So, want to make it clean and comfortable. So, but I think we'll get through this fine. We really do. The last incident of any story is as soon as we pay people back, it quiets down, and that's all we're dealing with. Lingering issues.
Well, somebody has to get their head out of their ass and understand that there is no way for online gaming to move forward if the story of the day is you get cheated. It's really easy for every state in the nation to say, fuck this, no.
I didn't bring anything in with this.
Okay.
Just to the airport, Dan?
Yeah, airport. So it's good to see you. I'll be back down the
Okay. Oh, it's nowadays, so they're screenshots. Somebody's got stuff. Somebody can send an announcement. I don't know who it is. It's off there. Now, one thing I think it's good.
minimize the call. I think it's fine.
I don't have many calls with them.
Just if that's checked. Okay for you to call them. Your business associates. But we that won't look good on the phone records.
I'm very seldom calling when something pops up in Troy.
And I can, that's the other thing, is if you want to speak to Greg, it's much better if you call me and I arrange the call and you call 800.
Okay.
Why did you copy?
Ron, how you doing, man? Hey, how you going? Doing some running today. What are you doing? What are you doing? I got no plans in. I'll give you a call later, though.
Hey, Kenny. How you doing, buddy? Doing okay.
Yeah. Looks like an ice cream truck he's got, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He got ready to leave Bellagio the other night. Somebody says, "You got a frozen custard in there?" You don't have any popsicles, do you? Reverse lamp right. I got it right here. You ain't no popsicles, do you?
This is a perfect example of the substitution effect. Price gets too high, people substitute.
I tell you what, there's going to be a ton of motorcycles in the road next year, and there's going to be a lot of accidents. Going to be a lot of motorcycles. This is going to look like Thailand. There's already people with motorcycles.
Well, that's good for transplant doctors.
Dan, can you get that seatbelt up where our feet go so crazy we'll never hear it? Okay, Sandy, we're just going to call, I'm going to call Chestnut and tell him we're going to come over. We'll be there by 2, I'll tell him.
Now, to get us to this point, though, we can start to breathe relief. We've got to get the refund done. And I think there'll be incidents until we do that. So,
Yes.
the most important thing. It's up to the, first we point the new liquidator. And then we'll have to show that liquidator that the shareholders support it. So we're actually going to distribute a second consent. And then, hopefully, the liquidator goes to court, gets approval, and we follow it all up with a shareholder meeting. So I think it'll happen.
Dave, it's Russ again. I can be there by 2 if you want me. I'll be there.
So you need a shareholder meeting?
Eventually, we're going to need a meeting. But we believe that if we have a consent signed by a majority, that will be enough for the liquidator to go to court and do the settlement.
And make the payout?
And make the payout.
What about the balance of the funds that are on hand? Is it the same thing, or is he going to cock around with it?
No, we have, as part of this, we've reached a settlement on that. That will allow the payments to recommence. This will all set us straight. You know, then they'll start paying us every month again.
But I mean, will the liquidator make a distribution to shareholders?
No, not until we get the tax clearance certificate.
And where is
It's in a terrible situation. It hasn't been moving at all, and what we think we may have to do is actually transfer the file to another. What the liquidator thinks is basically that the new liquidator, what he's looked at, basically they've gotten nowhere. So he thinks it's in part lack of pushing forward, and in part just because Ontario is so slow. And he thinks that what might be advisable is when we change him, the address of the company will be in Montreal then. He thinks that what he's thinking, he wants to look at it, but it may be advisable to move the tax file to Quebec. He knows a person who worked for 20 years with the CRA, who would be hired as a consultant solely to push the file through. And this consultant, on hearing about it, thought that we'd be able to get it done quickly there. We have to approach. But
I'm in favor of local political influence.
Well, anything to move it, anything to do something. The current
do you think
situation
there's a hold on the file for some reason?
only because it's such big dollars that are involved. That's the only reason that CRA is spending time. The big dollars. The site was sold for $130 million. And they promise everything, so we're checking it out.
Yeah, we've got to come up with something here that at the end of this thing, when it's done,
You know the story.
yeah, this is the big thing, because they're all going to blame me if it's not finished, if there's not a story that we can tell.
Well, the good news is that you have the story.
But the problem I'm asking is, can I tell it? That's what I'm trying to figure out today, and how to. I mean, without the story, they're going to come back and keep haunting us forever, and it's going to go on.
What's your usual plan to take DI after this week?
I forgot about it. I wasn't thinking, Sandy. I would have. Just wasn't thinking about it. So I guess what Chestnut's got to do is he's got to figure a way to the story gets out some way, however you leak it.
Well, that's my plan, and he won't like that so much of it. It's sort of aggressive, but I do feel like if we have friends posting, there's nothing we can do about it. It'll help.
Doesn't that start the story going more where it's dying now, though?
It's definitely give and take. Something we should think about. But it would definitely be nice to somehow get Travis's name up there. So, Sandy, you'll deal with computers there? That's something for you to on your plate.
Yeah.
So you get the King medallions, and then on the share certificate, I would just say, where are we on this new place?
For some reason, they didn't show the address that we had. They show a record on the share register as the correct address with the address listed for the share. So I've got to call the share and ask them
Work it out.
the crap address they gave us.
Sam, did you get your briefcase or anything from the office?
Thank you.
Okay. So you're ready to go to the airport too after Chestnut?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I guess the biggest problem is if somebody comes out here and gets another screenshot from whoever this is inside Dan, somebody's got to look into this and stop this quickly. And I still think it's
Paul is very firm on it. I called Yuri, and Yuri said that Paul is really pushing it.
You got one other problem you could have here. There was a couple of your online pros that were down there a short time ago, not so long ago, that Will
Will is a huge problem.
Will was blasting me really bad.
Will is
And Pete too. I don't even know who Pete is, but Will, and now I hear that Will's ready to lose his job. So that's what I hear. I don't know.
It's a positive thing for the company if you did,
But the negative thing is that he comes out and
How much time do you spend down there?
I haven't been down in a little while. I've been dealing with this. But normally I go down every month or two. I will go down there as soon as all the shareholder stuff goes out to FAFSA, then I'm okay to go down. There's not much for me to do then. But until then, I'm not going to go down. I'm just going to concentrate on getting that money. I am convinced, though, that it's not Paul making
hello? Hey, Joel, what's going on, bud? I won't be done for about another 4 hours, but I can listen to some of this right now. One, do you have a what's up? Is everything's okay though? Oh. Well, she's supposed to be handling everything. Okay, let me call Lisa and find out everything, and then you'll call me back maybe around, say 4 hours from now. Okay, is that okay with you that time? That's why I'll get a hold of her in between. Thanks, Joe. That's never a day. Sandy, please make this news quick. I heard rumor that Whirlwinder's going public for $8 billion.
Oh,
Just
Doesn't surprise me.
that amount surprises me.
No, it doesn't. They have the eyeballs they claim they do. They have demographics that are so refined that revenues have got to be on a value fund. They've got to be huge.
This is something that we've never even put into our calculations on our money yet. Is our advertising. Once we build eyeballs, once News Corp builds this up, the TV show, we've got a 13-week show. That if the 13-week show is successful, we've got 40 more weeks. We have a 53-week show. That the only way you can win your seat is to go play at the club. News Corp's going to promote it everywhere.
When you get to the point around the 7,000 subscribers with some advertising, you get an affiliate deal on it. Kind of some ideas. Like Phil does this, Phil has this free game on the telephone, on the cell phone with Oasis.
Yeah.
And they are aggressive promoters, and they would love to do an affiliate deal with it. So basically what they would do is, or you would send an email out saying, play for free on the cell, which I don't think is competitive with you. We don't have to.
Yeah.
And, they would give a kickback of whatever the affiliate deal. So you could think of other products like that too. So all sorts of products. You could use some of the Slackjack stuff, like Kenny's book, things like that. Sell stuff like that. I'd read up the valuable. Yeah, it's disclosed that I haven't looked through, but I did see that they took a couple $1 million charge. I think they took a $5 million charge.
$4 million charge
for Jim's contract.
Was it for Jim or was it for the buyout Mitch?
No, absolutely not. Do you think Mitch went back to the well on the termination? He might have, but my God, they paid him enough. Cookie would know that. Cookie knows exactly what Jim's deal is. So.
Not much Cookie doesn't.
Sure.
Lake Stamey is now going to be going into California with a casino too that they'll be managing out. So with Interstate Poker there in California, now we've got another entity that helps us a lot over there.
Right. Yeah.
We struggled so far up to this point now, Dan. Now we've got looks like a real shot here for a real home run for everything. So this is pretty good for everybody right now.
Sometimes out of these worst scenarios, eventually you have to go through this, You get through all these bad obstacles in order to...
We did it at UB. We struggled, and all of a sudden one thing hit. World Poker Tour, and it just took off. Whatever Greg's got to do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, whether months or not.
We won't touch
Oh my God, Sir is like head case. He won't talk to me, and I'm his friend.
I think if we can just get this...
I'm his friend.
Once
He won't talk
to pay for distribution, it'll be 1,000 times better. That'll be a lot of money. Over $1 million bucks.
Well, he's got to deal with Greg personally for like 1.1, and then he's got his own ex-capsa bill. So he's got like two different bills here. He's got to deal with Greg individually for like 1.1.
Right, yep, that's true.
And then he's got to deal with ex-capsa, then I don't know what that is. I don't know what
his percentage of it.
Yes, his percentage. But whatever. Oh, please don't get him going on everybody. He is completely... And now with his name being brought up on the website too, and his name being brought up with this thing with Danny running the host management today and everything. And his name's still on eWorlds. No. And his name, and he's... They've got to get eWorld and Bet21 if they want. If they don't want Bet21, We just got to let it go. We got to get this.
They want it.
They just got to take. Well, they got to take this website from us. They got to take this URL.
I can deal with the website is the one thing I can help with. That I can get changed.
They got to take it quickly, though. We keep telling people take this, and nobody's answering us.
All right.
Joanne Priam said, "Oh, yeah, it's going to contact." Can't contact. Nobody's contacting me. What's your name, Stan? You don't think there's any legal action that if this comes out and it's Travis that can happen to where he has any legal action as far as jail time or anything?
Theoretically, but the problem is if the players are paid back, to do the prosecution, then plus they'd have to prove it was Travis.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. But if you tell me to make a statement...
Well, and it's not a direct statement. So you have to put reasonable doubt on it. I mean, the stuff that's out there now about you is not enough to convict you by any means.
But I understand. But then what statement? Then I can't say it's Travis. I can't come out and publicly say it to him.
But you might be able to say something like, look, it was the perpetrator was someone close to me. I feel responsible because I vouched for him for the company and something like that. But as the release indicates, the person who did this was the person who hacked into the code. Obviously, that's not me. We can come up with a story. And the release is not going to be consistent with a poker player winning, a professional pro. So it's bad for everybody. Okay, so I'll be in touch with this week. Okay, and chase down those two consents. You can email them to me. Thanks, Russ. Thanks, I appreciate it. Take care. Good luck.